Just when I didn't think SuperCoach could get any worse, it has. 2025, the season is done. Thanks for playing. We'll see you next year. Chief, it's all falling apart.
Yep.
We came into the studio today on the Lair in Monday, thinking it was going to be the Nic Martin show.
Yep.
The Phantom, woe is me.
Yep.
The poor Nic Martin now. He's done his ACL.
Yeah, shocking.
Phantom's had a shocking weekend. Obviously, talked him up big time last week.
Yep.
But we've got some bigger news. It's all falling apart.
There is lots of news to get to, and I can't believe how much news we got to get to. We have to get straight into.
Moved it up.
Yep. The goss with DOS.
It's moved above the sad Phantom segment that was going to be enjoyable for you.
Oh, and we'll get to that. Don't you worry. We'll come back.
We'll skip it.
We'll come back to that.
What's happened?
I'm just going to kick it off with the latest news that we've got because everyone is across. Okay, Nic Martin, ACL. Tristan Xerri,
yep.
we're going to touch on that later. Tristan Xerri likely going to be suspended if you miss the hit.
Yep.
Higher hit on Tom Barry. Connor Rozee, there's an issue with his hand, his finger, we don't know. That's still up in the air, but he's likely to miss this week at least. Being reported, he's likely to miss this week. But the latest.
Don't say it.
Jason Horne-Francis.
Our man.
Reportedly broke his foot in the first half against the Eagles, and that could rule him out for the season.
Now, just we're honest with the listeners here.
Yeah.
We've already recorded the show today.
And
it was all about the Horny One being the hero. Our Peyton talking him up, put the photo back on the... Maybe we blame Al.
Yeah.
Al forgave the Horny One, put his photo back up on the Lair wall. We were going to do it. 130 points in 3 quarters.
I can't believe
now, reportedly, season could be in doubt.
Yep.
Season.
J Money reporting, your man. Josh
Friend
Money.
of the show.
Channel 7.
Saying,
we were just, we've just done a few segments, whatever, having a bit of a fun. And
few segments. This is unprecedented in the Lair.
Unbelievable. Anyway, let's get into everything that we need to get into. We're going to go through replacements for Horne-Francis, for Nic Martin, for Tristan Xerri. We've got a big segment on rucks coming up that has already been recorded, as we said.
It's a good one too.
It's a good one. We know that's good. So you'll be looking forward to that. Lots to get to on the agenda, but let's do a quick recap of our week. And I will start, Phantom, with something people are calling the Phantom's curse. What happened on the weekend, Phantom? You came out last week.
Let's go back to the start.
Okay, back to the start. Refresh your memory. This was last week on the show.
Nic Martin will break the AFL VFL disposal record this weekend against the Tigers at the G. 54, he'll get that. Ooh. I reckon he will run right. We know might not be a 200-point SuperCoach score. We know he gets a lot of uncontested footy, but that's it. Quote it up. Watch it happen. VC, enjoy it.
As I said, the Phants curse. It hit
unbelievable.
Because ACL in the first quarter. We are, first of all, just, all the love to Nic Martin. That's a shocking injury.
Yep. Our best with Nic Martin.
Phantom.
As you see, if you are watching on the Code Sports YouTube channel, as you should be, especially for the ruck segment later that we've already recorded, very good. Nic Martin is on the wall in the Lair, and he won't leave the wall now until he returns back bigger than ever, ready to break a record in 2026. But Chief, haven't had a flat SuperCoach weekend like that in a long time. Now, I was happy.
Yep.
5 disposal, 4 early disposals. Even the friend of the show, Dan Batten, messaged me saying, good start by Nic on the chase for the record, and it was.
No.
Then Ryan Mansell pushed him over the line, did his knee, and boy, did I cop it on next. Now, and Instagram across all social, rightly so. I was flat for an hour. I was actually at work.
Yeah.
Didn't do anything for an hour.
Yeah, you didn't answer.
Didn't even watch the game, and probably, I was ignoring
you. We were messaging you as well. You had us on mute. Do not disturb.
Even more than I usually do.
Yeah.
I copped it.
You did.
Now, also, it was a competition that your new segment, Quote Card King, it was a competition.
It was,
and Phantom almost.
So you went in all in.
All
but you actually believed your own story. It was supposed to be a hot take. You bought it.
Yeah, and the competition is over, all but viral fan. And, people going back, they're still going back to that quote card and telling me that I wasn't wrong.
Yeah, we actually we've retired the segment for this week at least.
Yep.
Dossie can't compete with that, but I'm going to have a think over the week, and next week we'll return to the quote card king. But we do in honor of Nic Martin, obviously going down for the season.
Missed one game with injury before that.
Yeah.
But, Chief.
I know, you're flat. You're real flat. Should we just talk about the week that was to get you up and about, though?
Yep.
You're not Bop.
No.
We've reserved that for a special friend of the show.
I am Buzz.
Oh, that's Buzz. That's Buzz
You're
Lightyear. No, the king of Bop.
5 names.
That's 5 names.
Yep.
He's with us in spirit again of traversing Europe, but he was.
We might
king
be able
of
to
Bop
get him on the
week.
show later because we've had to push.
With that late recording, we might as well give him a buzz. Going to be here all hours a night. Poor old Dossie over here, burning that midnight oil.
We're here for the people, though.
They call him Peter Garrett around these parts. Burning that midnight oil. Let's get into the week that was, though.
But just
middle of the pod.
Yeah. Just on Nic Martin again quickly. Just
Okay.
one more time.
All right.
We'll never know if he was going to break that record. Phants was not wrong, was he? We don't know.
Well,
I'm going to start with the villain. All right?
starting with the villain.
Starting with the villain.
Okay.
The pan's big this week.
It's a huge pan.
You're going to read out a few nominations. I think
Whoa.
People's Pan. We got a lot of good comments.
No, it's not nominated. It's sealed and delivered. You are in the pan. You're in the pan, sizzling away. It's you.
Yep. Got hit with a lot of gifts, a lot of picks in the immediate aftermath of a pan, sparring pan.
Yeah, and fair.
But also among, not abuse, because it was all fair game.
Mm-hmm.
I copped it online. One thing stood out to me though.
What was that?
Former, he's gone back to the category again. Former friend of the show.
Deep frying. This.
No, the pan's too big.
Oh,
So he's the villain this week.
okay.
At Bear Taurus.
Yep.
Quote tweeted or quote posted, whatever we call it in the X era. The quote card.
Yep.
At Old Takes Exposed. Try to get my freezing cold take, as he has described it or
yeah.
inferred it. But I replied to him.
Mm-hmm.
When did he become an expert at predicting random impact injuries as a result of being slung over the boundary line of the MCG, landing on the fake AstroTurf, and of course got more likes than his actual post himself.
You've come in and ratioed him.
Yep.
Ratioed the bear.
Yep, the social media, that's his job, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah.
So just stay in his lane, old bear.
Okay.
Hero this week was the Horny One.
Are we just jumping into the segment
we're going through it. We're
okay.
just, unprecedented, just whatever.
Okay.
Villain. So my villain, that's my villain. Hero of the week was going to be it was going to be the Horny One. 130 and 3/4.
Yep.
Might still have to be the Horny One.
Yeah.
Colby McKercher, 110 was good.
Dropping a 130 with a broken foot
and one
accurate.
at quarter time. So he's still the hero this week, but not good.
No good. I'll jump in. I mean, we're not doing any segments for this. Thanks for ruining that, fans. That's okay.
The score, I got 2,400 by the way. I only dropped 60 spots, hovering at 2,900.
Okay. My score for the week, if anyone does dare to know, top of the pod, 24.78. All roses for
well done.
Dossie until this latest news, because the season might also be over for poor old Dossie. But rank of 2002.
Yep. Big midfield scores from you. That's set. I think that's where I was a bit behind too. You had some big numbers in there.
Yep. Easy year to remember as well. The date of birth there, 2002.
Your 10th birthday.
Already made that joke on the first pod too, but I thought we'd rinse and repeat with that one. My hero for the week, I am going to go with Matt Rao, 156. Yep. Just a beast inside. And some people jumped on at 400K. They'd be laughing. He's up near 600K now, 599K. Love watching him play. Don't have some of the other high-scoring pods, but I do have a Matt Rao who's been really serviceable for me. My villain this week, I mean, it can't go to anyone bar Tristan Xerri, one of my most expensive players, looking to be missing multiple weeks, you'd expect.
Clothesline.
Following the clothesline incident. And then also, he was my flex. He dropped out of my score, so scored a 57. Wait, that was Connor Rozee with 53, but he wasn't far off. Didn't get subbed out himself, played the full game, 57, and got absolutely dominated by Maxi Gawn with a vintage performance there. So he's certainly my villain for the week, Phantom.
Yep. And you talk about, I've just come across something else, Chief. We're going to break it down even more, but you meet the Connor Rozee finger incident.
Mm-hmm.
Could be now being reported as a broken hand.
No, broken hand. Okay.
Which would explain the concern, Ken Hinkley post-game, the concern of Power subbing him off. Could reportedly miss at least this week. Now, this will be either confirmed or, hopefully we get it. We're wrong. Hopefully we're wrong.
Yeah.
But this will come out, we think, on Monday afternoon. So that's at least a week for Connor Rozee.
Okay.
What are we going to do, Chief?
Well, I mean, it just depends, how long Rosie's out, because that's what it comes down to for me. If Horne-Francis if this is a broken foot, like you'd expect, you won't expect that's likely season.
Yep.
You look at Tristan Xerri, and that's likely 3 weeks. You look at, I don't know. Honestly, this would put Dossie in donut territory immediately.
Donuts.
And my immediate thought would be, look, I'm going to hold. We've got the flex position this year.
Yep.
And I know we've got our ruck segment coming up again, which, is still relevant for anyone that doesn't have too much carnage like us.
We just got the old-fashioned Tristan Xerri suspension to deal with.
Yep.
It's your segment.
Now, Tristan Xerri for me becomes the guy I'd probably hold out of these players.
We've had to think on the fly here.
We have.
We're talking about, could we turn Tristan Xerri into Brodie Grundy? That's what we wanted to do. We'll talk about it in the section later, in the segment, the ranking. I still don't mind it, but...
Yeah. If you don't have these other guys, certainly.
And I've called it, 3 weeks. That's a must trade. What else are you waiting for? Well, the SuperCoach gods have answered me before the show's finished.
Yeah.
What are you waiting for? We're waiting for this. Tristan Xerri is going to be back this year.
Mm-hmm.
Nic Martin won't be.
No.
And maybe Jason Horne-Francis won't be either.
This
must be a cherry hold.
Unprecedented territory. Yeah, carnage.
We haven't planned for this either.
No,
so
especially with such limited trades. I mean, if you are absolutely, we always talk about the conserving trades. We were not expecting this level. If you've got 4 or 5 trades, you're laughing at this stage, at this time of year. And imagine if you had a boost still up your sleeve. I mean, so we've got a lot to deal with, Phantom.
But what if you don't? So you don't have Nic Martin, you don't have Jason Horne-Francis. You've got Xerri and Connor Rozee.
Mm-hmm.
Holding Rozee, if it's just a 1 week, if he's listed as 1 week, he's probably a hold, isn't he?
Also
Trading
broken
Xerri.
hand, though. I'm no doctor, but 1 week broken hand doesn't sound normal. Let's wait and see. We need more information.
Yep. We might get it.
We need more information.
This show has gone.
We might need to re-record again.
Third time.
Phantom. But look, I think that's what we've got at the moment to deal with. Some other news.
Ooh.
I mean, imagine if you also had a Touk Miller who's done his hammy, 4% owned. That's another bullet. Thankfully, hopefully, Nick Daicos, who rolled his ankle 3 times or something during that game, ended at half back, which looked pretty nice, mind you.
Ooh.
His brother, by the way, 136 points in the final quarter, 198 for the game.
Unbelievable he was. And those raw numbers, huge, 16 touches, 10 contested possessions, I think 6 or 5 intercepts, 5 tackles, all in 1 quarter. Now,
unreal.
The game, Collingwood were goalless in the first half, fought back into the game. The scaling was off the charts in that final quarter because of what happened in the game. All those acts were, the value of those increased. That was what result of his huge score. But those raw numbers were massive. We'd never see that either. So massive from Josh.
Yep, 4th highest recorded quarter on SuperCoach record. Phantom. Huge. Ross Lyon also said pre-game that Rowan Marshall, quote, really happy to experiment with the 2 rucks.
Yeah, that's just a smart man for mine, Chief, because what would you say to Ross? You wouldn't tell him you're not happy. You wouldn't tell him you're not happy.
You're not going to say that.
He'd be shipped off on the trade table already. But it is we do talk about it a bit more later.
Yeah, we do.
Max Heath did play. Still a ton for Rowan Marshall, but something to watch out for.
Yep, and another thing that was thrown into this sort of news segment prior to all this carnage was TDK. He's clearly now playing alongside Pitnet. Now, we talk about it in the ruck segment again, but I mean, as long as you're not trading into him, but my goodness, you're probably looking to hold even if he's continuing to play in this gross role. You're still looking to probably conserve those trades because, look, a 70 or an 80 at this time of year is better than a donut, Phantom.
Yep.
And those trades, more valuable than a Bitcoin at the moment.
Ooh, that's big.
Soaring. At the moment, the old bitty.
What should we do?
Let's talk probably first and foremost just about this new news. We've already sort of touched on it briefly, but I think we'll save the ruck stuff for a bit later, Phantom. Let's get into we want to go through your top targets for the week now, given all this crazy news.
Live top targets too.
Live top targets.
Yep. All right.
All right, Phants, let's get the SuperCoach side up. Let's have a look at some of these options. As you're saying, under 500K, that's where we kind of need a look with this injury carnage that's hit us.
Now, at Code Sports, you can look at it as we go through. We are doing this live. We are looking at it by average of players in any position. At number 2 there, Chief.
Yep.
Jack Sinclair, 483K. SuperCoach turned him on the week in 160. He has been down. Role hasn't seemingly changed too much, just cannot get involved as much. Scored 145 points on the Cats. St Kilda's this week opponent earlier in the season. And the Saints then finished with Melbourne, North Melbourne, Richmond, Essendon, and the Giants. So
that's a juicy run, yeah.
I'm happy. I know we're going through them, but number 1 target this week under 500K, Jack Sinclair from the Saints at 483K.
Okay. Easy one. Just look at the top average for the year, back in some form on the weekend. Obviously before that, 3 sub-tons, but yeah, I think he's a guy that I'm always scared not to own, Jack Sinclair. So when the price is right, under 500K, that seems like an obvious pick.
3-game stretch, North, Richmond, Essendon. Doesn't get much better than that.
Yep. So whether it's Nic Martin, Rozee, Horne-Francis with some DPP, he's your guy. Yep.
Another defender, you can swing it. Lockie Whitfield right there underneath him. These guys are both 109K below their starting price.
Yep. Big break even for Whitfield, 173, but
no time to play the break-even game.
Up against Essendon as well, he might hit it.
Now, 105 points on return for Whitfield, but he had a lot of the ball. Had some early clanging, I think, in the single digits at quarter time.
Yeah.
He was playing catch-up too. He was far better, I think, than 105, just what he had to work back through from. Yeah. So, Sinclair and Whitfield, again, 1 and 2 in my top 5 targets this week.
Okay.
But there are a few options, as we see here.
Plenty.
TDK, nope, we've already written him off.
Nope.
Bailey Dale, we've spoken about it for the last 2 months. They've still got a good draw for their final 6 at Marvel.
Are you targeting him? Like, I'm an owner, if you are watching, you can see the green on this one. I'm an owner of this guy, but I don't know if I'd be happy going there now. He's getting targeted by tags. I know the run, as you said, is not too bad, but like he hasn't tonned up since round 14, you know?
Yep. Not in the top 5?
Nah, not for me.
But still worth mentioning if you do want to go for something different. Isaac Rankin, we know, has been good the last couple of weeks, back-to-back SuperCoach tons. Again, though, that forward time, he did push up against the ball, but he's probably not yet in the top 5 targets. Let's see what else we got. We are doing this on the fly again. Christian Petrarca down to 476. You don't have him, Chief.
No.
Now, he burnt the ball big time.
Yeah.
Against the Roos.
I think he had, like a 10-point first quarter or something, people are saying?
Love the ball too. 8 touched, I think.
Yeah. Low efficiency.
97-point average for the season. 5-round average of 90.
I'm going, for me, I'm a man who loves a pod, so I wouldn't be going to the guy who's 34% owned, but...
Yeah, not this stage of the year.
At the end of the day, I mean, he's still, he's got a relatively okay draw. As he said, should have had a much bigger score on the weekend had he not, burnt the ball early. But yeah, not for me. I prefer a pod at this time of year.
What about Sam Darcy? 455K.
Yep.
73 and 79 the past, 73, 73 and 79. 3 scores in the 70s.
Yeah. In
the past 3 games. 4 of those 5 games at Marvel, though. He's that high ceiling guy.
Yep. I mean, I'm eyeing off 2 of these matchups. Essendon in round 20, 2 weeks' time, and West Coast in round 23. They could be absolute monsters for Sam Darcy. Now, we haven't seen him put it all together in the last few weeks. He did obviously against Richmond for that huge ceiling game. The key forward factor, teams are just really hounding him with their key defenders, but I just find, that ceiling when it does hit, it's going to be big because he's fought back after a couple of slow starts as
Big
well
second half,
to finish strong and never stops, which is what you love as an owner. But again, key forwards, it's a tough one to trade into.
I think put him number 5 though, top targets. So we've got 1, 2 and 5 at the moment. Need 2 more to finish off. Now, again, there's a lot of risk in a lot of these options.
Could I throw a name in the ring?
You can.
If we sort this by 5 round average, Phantom, we go to the very top. And you obviously ignore a player on the weekend who had their first game of the year, 110 for Tyler Young.
Yep.
But let's skip right to number 2. And my man, Braden Fiorini, just under 500K, 107 5-round average. That is, could he be in the top 5 for Phantom? Pretty significant. He's had 4 tons in a row as a midfielder, playing a little bit of centre bounce exposure under Dimmer now and playing that wing role. He is a gun. It's a no from Phantom.
We'll put him, let's make him number 5 and Darcy number 4.
Oof. Fiorini's in.
Fiorini's in. Real massive pod.
Honestly, I thought this week was bad, but that's just made my week. I'm a happy man.
Would you do it?
I'm a happy man.
Would you do it?
I could do it. My midfield's full, so I actually can't do it. But flex, maybe.
As you said, 4 supercoach tons on the trot.
Without Touk.
95 and 92 before
honestly,
that. Without Touk.
If he was the guy that moved into the midfield when Touk went down instead of Humphrey, I would have been even more keen. Honestly, he could put up some ceiling on the way home. They've got Richmond in a few weeks.
Carlton too.
I love it as a pod. I'd only do it in the, I'm actually ranked high, like quite high, Phantom, so I probably wouldn't go too risky.
Let's put him in number 5.
But I love my goat. Fiorini. No, stuff it. Maybe I will bring him in.
But I think there's a clear top 3. And the other one to come in at number 3, defender midfielder Colby McKercher.
Okay. Yeah, he's been on fire playing in that role.
3 supercoach tons on the trot. Again, plenty of the ball. Was very good by hand as well against the Ds on the weekend. 494K. So, Sinclair, Whitfield, McKercher, Darcy for your high ceiling. And this is the scores. There's only not many games left.
Yep.
You need go for ceiling to win your head-to-head matchup or give you that boost up the ranking. So Darcy's in at number 4. Number 5, the ultimate pod, your man, Braden Fiorini at number 5. So top 5 under 500K. And, we're forgetting your Harry Sheezels, your Isaac Rankins in this list as well. They're a bit more expensive, but they're highly owned.
Yep.
And probably don't present as much value as Sinclair and Whitfield, who also are highly owned.
Yep.
But we're not forgetting those other 2. But that's it. On the fly, top 5.
I love the on the fly top 5. As we said, this next part, it was pre-recorded prior to knowledge of Horne-Francis, so do keep that in mind. But we'll just plug this in here now because it's a long discussion as well, but we loved it.
Yeah, Cold Sports YouTube as well. You can watch it.
Yeah, enjoyable. Code Sports YouTube. Check it out there. We're going to keep it in the pod as well. And we're talking replacements for Tristan Xerri. All right, fans, we got this tier list created now. If you are watching, check out the Code Sports YouTube channel. That's where you can follow along live, but we will also be audio friendly here. Now, I've got some categories here, starting with Uber Premium from Tristan Xerri. We're talking a straight swap, just in terms of production, hopefully, and around the same price. Risk reward options, maybe some riskier choices. Then we've got the downgrade and pray. So maybe just banking some coin. Maybe you've got the Nic Martin to deal with as well. And then completely avoid. Now, I've already filled out completely avoid with a few guys. So shout out to Todd Goldstein. Todd Goldstein, the Big O, and Darcy Fort, who are all playing in the ruck at the moment, but we can safely avoid them. Unfortunately, not up to the production of some of these other guys.
Yep. Now, we've got to put a few more in there, Chief, because we went straight to the point here on the Lair, give the listeners what they want. So we've doubled down on it. TDK.
Yeah, get him in there.
Yep.
If people are trading him out, there's no way we're going to be bringing him in.
No, he's not an option to replace.
He's not. And then do we go his partner in crime?
Yep. Go on.
Pitnet? That, yeah, maybe a bit disrespectful, but I think I'm happy. I'm not going to Mark Pitnet.
No.
Given he's played 2s most of the year.
Yep.
Anyone else in this category, do you think? I mean,
the big Rob's close. The big Riley Ryan. But we'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, okay. So where do you want to start in this list? Do you want to start with the best options possible?
Money aside.
Xerri? money aside, it's got to be
Brodie Grundy.
Brodie Grundy, the big man. He has had an outstanding year, chucking him in the uber premium category. The best player in SuperCoach at the moment. And if you have the money, get this man in. Have you seen his run?
5-hour average of 155 as well.
Yeah.
Could his next 5-hour average be more?
I think it could be if you look at who he's got coming. So tell us who he's got. The first matchup, I will say, it's Kangaroos, which is a tough matchup because you got Tristan Xerri.
It's even better now. It's even better.
The guy you're trading him to. Oh my goodness.
Callum Coleman-Jones, Bryn Teague, or whatever they do there to replace Xerri. If he is banned, then if it does stick.
Yep. Grundy's going to have his way. Unfortunately, it's going to be a bloodbath.
And the Giants?
Yep. That's
Kieran
been
Briggs is back. Now he was good in his
return.
return. The Giants did hold him back. Briggs spoke to Code Sports post-match and said it was a deliberate plan to hold him back, get some more run in his legs, and he was good, but not Brodie Grundy good.
No.
Now this would get ugly.
This is
SCG against poor old Todd Goldstein.
Oh no. Oh,
200?
No. Yeah. I mean, it's on the cards this week. I think 200. Yeah. Look, it's going to be ugly. What's the
Could
other?
he get 2 double tons and then run home?
I think. Yeah. I mean, if anyone's going to do it,
are we playing the quote?
In this?
Are we playing the quote card game? Because I'm ready to just bury you. 2 double tons for Brodie Grundy in the final 6 rounds.
Yep.
Brisbane after that, Geelong, and then finishes SuperCoach Grand Final week with the mighty Weagles.
No. This is the best run in SuperCoach. This is the best run.
So, do we just go all out? 737.
Yes, if you've got the money, I don't care. It's probably your final trade or one of your final trades. I think he might be 100K underpriced at 700. This is ridiculous.
What about?
I'd do it. He's a point of difference. People are trading him in. He's going to be a weekly captain option. He's going to be a safe weekly captain option. I love it. If I can do it, I'll be doing it.
You and I this week, sorry to hijack the segment, but thinking about but the other trade would have to make it almost a downgrade. I'd almost have to concede on Nic Martin, find a option down there, someone we'll talk about a few later, to then upgrade Xerri to Nic Martin. What do you need to get to Xerri to Nic Martin? Almost 200K. Not quite. 170.
Yep.
It's a lot of money.
It is.
But he does get 2 double tons and then run home. That's worth every cent.
It is.
Anyway, talk about it in the top targets of our trade plans, but clear number 1.
All right. Is Max Gawn number 2?
I think so.
I think we chuck him. Let's give him the honour.
Yep.
He is an uber premium. He is an uber premium, and it's the classic Gaundy. Horne and Grundy. Just the vintage
winding back the clock.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I actually mentioned on the pod last week that I think it might have been the live show actually that I thought Gawn might have a bit of a chip on his shoulder after his last meeting with Tristan Xerri earlier in the year. That's when we all, as a SuperCoach community, wrote him off. Said, Gawny might be done here. That was about round 3. I think he'd had a couple of poor games and then Xerri sort of buried him at that time. People traded out of Max Gawn, if you recall.
Yep.
He got down in the 500Ks and then some smart coaches like, Dusty over here, jumped on board. But yeah, he's back to vintage Gawn, and he has been all season. He's had a couple of tough matchups, but the run does get easier from here. And he's just put up a ton on Tristan Xerri, who he also limited to a 50, mind you. So
Mark Pitnet this week.
Yeah, I think it could be a very nice run home for Max Gawn. So those are the 2 clear standouts. But now let's get into some other options.
We're only 2. We're going 2. Just 2 at the top.
I think 2 at the top.
Okay.
Are you willing to give anyone else uber premium status?
We've got one on the edge, and that's who we spoke to for Rowan Marshall. I think if this Max Heath thing had not happened, he would be, I would put him in that category.
Okay.
So I think he probably has to be the first in the next tier for me. Given his scores, yes, I know it's been, he's got a ton with Heath on the weekend, but 3 weeks before that, 124, 159, 135. Cats this week and the D's against Gorm. Then they finish with North, Richmond, Essendon and the Giants, Kieran Briggs to finish off. So good run for the Saints, good run for Rowan Marshall.
Okay.
So I guess we have to weigh up whether we think 2 ruck thing will continue and if it will actually affect him.
I am of the mind, I quite like Tim English in the straight swap category. So if you don't have money, if you can't, as we said, honestly, getting Grundy for you and I with only 2 trades left, if we're going to have to use them, we're going down to donut trades. We're going down to 0 trades, which I am strongly considering. Strongly considering.
2 double tons.
With the flex position this year.
2 double tons as captain.
Yep. I mean, that's what you're paying up for.
800 points.
But if you're more conservative and you want to just do it in one, I don't mind Rowan Marshall, but with that flag, with the fact that I think maybe they're prepping for a little bit of TDK, seeing how that goes in the next few weeks, I probably prefer Tim English. Now, could you get up Timmy English's run? Because I think he's got a couple of nice matchups on the run home as well, but he also has a couple of tough ones. But I think
Big O this week at the Gabba, then poor old Todd's Goldstein at Marvel Stadium, then into Kieran Briggs, also at Marvel. Takes on Gawn after that, but then finishes at Marvel against the Perth teams, Eagles and Dockers. Obviously, Dockers are a different proposition than Matt Flynn, but a few big scores there for Timmy, you'd think.
Now, Darcy Cameron has been a player that a lot of people have, sort of kept on their pod radar, point of difference radar across the season. Where do you stand with him? Is he in this straight swap category, or is he more of a risky proposition, do you think? Now, I saw Cox was back in the side. Played all right, actually, on the weekend, old Mason Cox. But where do you sit with Darcy Cameron? Do you have him in this straight swap category, or do you have him more of a risk-reward type player?
I think so. He was 89 on the weekend. Before that, 5 SuperCoach tons in a row. Has some big scores this year, averaging 111 points per game. Has some good fixtures for him to finish off to. Dockers this week, but then the Tigers, Lions, Hawks at the G. Then the Crows at Adelaide Oval for the Magpies. So I think there is definitely merit in his selection there. 18 touches, 21 hitouts. Cox had 19, 7 clangers. Darcy Cameron on the weekend. So I don't mind it as a bit of a point of difference play there for him.
Okay. How about, I'm going to talk about Luke Jackson next, because I think he is quite a popular trade in just due to that forward flexibility that he does offer. But with Sean Darcy in the side, it's just not as an owner myself, I brought him back in for the juicy 180 odd against Essendon when he was solo rucking against first game of Vigo Vicentini. But now that Sean Darcy's firmly back in the side, where do you sit on him as a trade-in option?
If Sean Darcy was still out, he'd be number 1 on our list almost this week.
He would be, yep.
But I think it's hard because if we're still concerned about Jackson, then does that make us, we should be even more worried about Rowan Marshall? But he still probably has to fit in that category.
Straight swap, not a risky one. He's a safe forward regardless, isn't he?
So.
Even if he averages 90 as a forward, that's still safe. I mean, it's not probably ideal. You'd probably want a couple of spike scores.
Yep.
I think you can still have him, in that straight swap category. Also, if you've got multiple trades left, you could sit him at that in your ruck position for a couple of weeks, and then if you do have another trade, you can swing him back into the forward line and get another ruck. Maybe one of these other guys does pop, and you feel more comfortable doing that.
So we're going to put. Do we have English as a number 1 in that category? I put in Marshall.
I think he would be.
Yep.
But based on form and based on what you're saying, we've been scared off Rowan Marshall in the past due to this guy's playing with him.
Yep.
Oh, this guy's playing, and does it ever come to fruition? You've looked at the schedule. You prefer Marshall over English?
You're making me worry. Prefer the run.
Mm-hmm.
Close. I think I'd back him in, yeah.
Okay. I'm happy to back you on this one, Phants. Happy to back you in. Let's get to the remaining ruckman. Now, Jared Witts, where does he come into this situation? I think that's probably more of a risk-reward. Given we've seen him being rested. It's only because he's been rested this year for Ned Moyle a couple of games, hasn't he?
Yeah. And still averaging 105 points per game. Did drop 2 has dropped 3, sub 80 scores or 4 sub 80 scores this year.
How's the run too?
But, his only big score, Jared Witts, 163 against the Giants. I think just there's not enough sort of upside there.
That's
risk
the
reward's
risk.
probably better. But is there enough reward
Yeah, that's
I'm not
probably
even sure.
just risk.
Probably.
Okay.
But he's in there.
Yep. Where's your man Rob then? Risk and no reward as well. Maybe we should rename the category.
3 tons in the past 4 weeks. He's averaging 95 for the season.
Yep.
Wits this week. Power, Hawks, Eagles, Pies, and Roos.
Mm-hmm.
Depends if Sherry's back. Probably back by then if that plays out. But yeah, risk no reward category.
Do we just put them both in the avoid then?
I think so.
Okay, let's chuck
If we're talking about serious options.
Yeah. We'll put them we're putting them to the bottom of the avoid. So yeah, we don't recommend bringing these guys in, but if you're bold enough, go for it. Now I want to go a risk reward.
Oh,
I think it's a risk reward. I don't know if it's it's between a downgrade and prey. I think it's a downgrade and prey. Jordan Sweet. I've talked about him a little bit, and I was thinking about him last week, if I'm being honest, as a flex play, even as a bit of cover. You could even potentially get him for some cover here and then hold Xerri maybe. Jordan Sweet is at 300K and he's just fresh off a 95. I think he scored on the weekend against West Coast. It's a super easy matchup. He only had about 3 touches till near the end of the game. I don't hate it. If you want to go, if you need some cash elsewhere, I don't hate it. Your thoughts?
I don't love it.
It's a definitely downgrade and prey. The prey being
prey. That's fine. Keep him in the prey.
Yep.
What about Toby Nankervis?
Yep.
132 against poor old Todd Goldstein.
Yep.
On the weekend. But the Eagles this week for the Tigers.
Oh,
they could win.
That's a great. Yep.
But then it's Pies, Suns, Saints, Roos. Depends how long Xerri gets.
Is it risk? I'm putting him in risk reward at the moment, but is he a straight? He could almost fit into straight swap, but I think risk reward sits better.
We know he can maintain a high output. He can maintain it over multiple weeks. We've seen him do that before.
Mm-hmm.
Tigers obviously struggling. Win on the weekend. Could they win again?
Yep.
So there's probably more reward on the end of it than the Wits and the O'Briens that we put in the avoid category. So happy with the Nank there. 14K. Good buying, really. Down 80 on his starting price tag.
Yep. I went there last year, if you recall. I had Royal Marshall and Nank last year and didn't end well for me, but they can get on hot streaks and go on a run. So maybe with the end of season in sight, with a couple of, another back-to-back wins on the cards for the Tigs, it could start very well for you if you do go to Nank. I like him in the risk-reward category here. What about Briggs? Probably a similar proposition.
Same. Yep. Good on the weekend.
Back on some good form, as you said. The decision to hold him out, get that fitness back.
Well, back 141, 114 past 2 weeks.
Yep. Now, I know people went there earlier in the season would be advising against it. Go back to what he scored earlier in the year in a full game. Now, I know, granted, was probably injured at the time, as we sort of are alluding to, but there was a game.
We averaged 64 over the first 9 rounds.
And then what was the low score there? People brought him in at this stage and then he dropped
27
a bomb
against the Crows.
27.
But
that is the risk reward we're talking here, I think. Now let's get to the last couple. Lloyd Meek, a actual popular trade-in option this week. A popular trade-in option. I might put him. Do we put him slightly above Briggs in this?
I think so.
I think we put him below Nank, but above Briggs.
I think above Nank.
Above Nank. Okay, as the high.
It's a good option.
Best risk reward option.
Lloyd he's Meek. Almost
straight swap.
140, 151 in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Then you go back as well, 91, 93, 134, 95. Now, someone did comment last week about bringing him in, or we weren't sure if he could maintain that consistency. But 2 big scores back-to-back. Port this week, then the Blues and the Crows, and the Pies for the Hawks. Big O in the final round as well.
Yeah.
He's the number one man. Is he a better option than Luke Jackson, Darcy Cameron that we put up there? Could he go above? I'd put him up.
I don't know. I think he's got, I thought his run was tougher than theirs, but yeah.
Sweet this week. Then TDK and Pitnet. Then Rob. Then Darcy Cameron. Then Gawn. Then Big O.
I still prefer risk reward, but if you want to.
Top of risk reward then?
Yeah, top of risk reward. I still think it's like these other guys feel like they've had more runs on the board. I know it's 2 back-to-back big scores, but I'm not convinced. Not convinced.
Okay.
Last couple here. This has to be a downgrade and pray. Maybe even avoid. Shawnee Darcy.
Oh, avoid.
Avoid.
No, don't even bother.
Okay.
You're not going there, are you?
No, you can't. You can't. He might be up higher on the avoids, actually. And then you might have noticed that Tristan Xerri's picture is here. Oh. Now, the reason for that is, would you hold?
Ooh.
Is this a risk? Is he risk reward to hold? I think he is. You could go with the flex. You don't have to. You can take a donut if you don't have cover in the ruck. You could hold him and his final 3 games, regardless of if he gets 3. If he gets 4, it's like almost impossible. But if he gets 3, his last 3 games, he could put up some monster scores. His body's fresh after a few weeks off. Could you do it?
But what are you saving your trades for then?
Another injury.
Yep. No. Trade. Now, Chief, that, the Brodie Grundy move that you and I talked about only an hour ago on Monday afternoon.
Yep.
Looks dead in the water.
I was excited about it too. Yeah.
Because could you have 2 double tons in the run home? Would you still blow all your trades? I've got an extra. I've got Tom McCarthy on the bench.
Yeah. I mean,
we might need another Lair this week. We might need another Lair.
I'm thinking I could still pull off this Grundy move and just go some super cheap pod up forward. Just get Grundy in flex and wait for Xerri. Wait for Xerri. So roll with a donut and Grund.
How we get the Grund from who?
Like from trading a Rozee, like a Rozee and a Horne-Francis, depending on Rosee's injury length. And yeah, bring in the Grund. Do I have enough cash? It might be like bringing in Coop Harvey.
So I could
up forward.
I could trade down the Horny One.
Yeah.
To the rookie.
Yep. Is that enough?
Play Nic Martin to Grundy. And then shuffle it around so Tom McCarthy comes on field.
Yep. It's all gonna hinge. It's all gonna hinge on this Rozee length of injury for me. Now, I know obviously everyone's team's different. You might have a Nic Martin as well. I mean, you don't have all 3, thankfully, do you? But some people are going to have
Martin,
Rozee, Horne-Francis, Martin, Xerri, and it's just going to be like you just pray you've got trades because you're going to be riding home the donut train. I did it last year. You can still survive, but the ranking may take a hit. The grace this year, which I'm very thankful for, is Flex has just come through with the goods this year, hasn't it? Because Flex is going to hopefully save you from too many donuts, and hopefully you can scrounge a rookie or 2 on field just to save you.
And Manny Liddy scored 65 on the weekend for the power. You think his job security now through the roof, potentially as well. So, but our mate,
we've recorded 2 pods. Basically,
what time is it in Spain? He would not know the news.
No,
now, he's had Rozee as captain. He was bottom of the pod, 5 names this week. Connor Rozee, captain.
Yeah.
Doesn't know he's probably broken his hand. No. Got the Horny One too. I think doesn't know Horny One could be out for the year.
He's going to be flat, but this is going to be fun if we.
Let's see if he's away.
It's going to make our day breaking this terrible news to him.
Now in Mallorca.
Yep. So we'll have to let's get some music ready to go.
Let's try on Messenger.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay. Come on, Sim. Wake up, Sim.
Needs to know the news.
No, he needs to.
Disappointing.
Oh, he's really letting the team down. All 5 names.
It's going to be the one good thing about this show.
Yep. Flat.
Must have had a big Sunday night over there.
Poor Sim. 5 names.
been popping to and from Wimbledon as well.
Yep.
5 names, living it up over there. He won't be happy. He thought his season was over with the Rozee news.
Yeah.
Does he have Nic Martin?
Isn't he tradeless?
Tradeless.
He's tradeless as well. Oh, no.
He wouldn't be the only one either.
Oh, shout out to all the tradeless folks out there. We are feeling
Keep listening.
You. I just trust me. I hit this point last year, got tradeless. Might have been a few less weeks to go, but look, it's just the luck of the game sometimes. Keep sticking around. Hopefully you can field some rookies and get some spike scores from those rookies. But what a day, Phants. What a day.
Huge day. So to sum it up, we're thinking 2 hours ago, Tristan Xerri was a must trade.
Yep.
Looks like now maybe he could be the one you hold,
Could be a hold
if you have some other issues.
Yep. Still need info. We still need to know how long he's going to be suspended. We still need to know how long Connor Rozee is going to miss, if he misses at all. Hopefully he doesn't, but it's at least looking like a week. Horne-Francis, we need to know if that is a season ender, looking possibly like that. Gee, we
might have to come back later in the week.
Yep.
Little live show or something later in the week, Chief. Once we've worked it out, once we've got all...
Yep. I might not have finished editing.
Info.
I might not have finished editing.
You might still be going. Well, I think we need to finish off before something else happens.
Yeah. Let's wrap it up.
Well played. Thanks for listening. Code Sports YouTube. If you're not already, get on there, like, subscribe. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you're doing to navigate through this SuperCoach carnage. And of course, leave us a review again. Obviously, no bleach blonde hair up for grabs, but we do like your feedback and take on board what you like to say. But
will the curse live on?
Will the curse? Now, I was flat coming in. I'm probably even flatter. I wasn't expecting. I thought it was going to be therapy for me to talk it over, talk out the Nic Martin.
It's become
worse. I need to do something else. We'll see you if... Right, now, normally I say we'll see you on the other side. Now, we might not make it onto the other side.
I'm going to do some risky trading, I think. I'm going to make something happen.
If this is our last show, we'll see you next year.